Hello, welcome to KaiCreative. My name is Kai, and in today's video, we're taking a look at this, the Mega15S field production monitor from OC. So OC did very kindly send me this monitor to review, but as always, all thoughts and opinions of it in this review are that of my own. So with that said, let's get into the video. So this is a 15.4 inch field production monitor with a decent output of 1500 nits, 10-bit color depth, and a resolution of 1920 by 1200. The Mega15S builds on the legacy of the Megamon 15 while incorporating features benchmarked against on-camera monitors such as automatic flipping and support for the 9:16 aspect ratio. Additionally, it features a fresh exterior design and a completely new UI interface. It's not really your regular camera monitor for casual video production, but saying that, there are a lot of user cases that this monitor fulfills. For example, I definitely see this being used for commercial film productions, short films, indie movies, event videography, and photography. And I can also see this as a standalone solution for content creators with dedicated studio spaces for things like podcasts and photography studio sessions. One of the main benefits of having a screen like this is, of course, having an on-set solution allowing you to clearly and immediately review your takes or shots, easily spot mistakes, and it helps directors to direct. And I'd say it's big enough to allow your team members to gather around, see what's being shot while shooting, which really makes the whole video production process much more efficient, and in turn, I think saves time in post-production. Really, this has been designed for you to set up in a specific area of your filming location and then left there until you're finished with the job. Now, if we have a quick look at the ergonomics, the overall build quality is simple, it's sturdy, it's got a nice gray plastic, and it looks pretty retro and robust. The monitor also has feet that you can attach so that it can stand freely on its own, and it has a back-mounted handle for easy transportation. One of the things that I absolutely love about this monitor has to be the carry case, which also turns into a hood, which you can use when shooting in brighter locations outside. There is also a mount on the back, allowing you to attach the screen to a stand, as well as having the bag and hood attached to a C-stand at the same time. Now, just as a little FYI, it does not have a touchscreen. Instead, it comes with push buttons and a joystick button that allows you to control the menus, and let's quickly have a look at those now. So this is us jumping into the button placements, and the first button you want to press is this one down here, which is the power button, bottom right corner, so power the screen up. And this button here is our source button, and if I scroll through this, you'll see we've got SDI 1, SDI 2, and HDMI. And what I'm actually doing is I'm piping a video through my HDMI wirelessly through this Hollyland Pyro H wireless transmitter to a camera that's filming me film the review. So it's a little bit trippy, but bear with us and see how it goes. So let's go through these four buttons here. We've got F1, F2, F3, and F4. F4 has been left on, which is the grid. So these are quick select buttons. So we can have things like peaking, aspect ratio or safety lines, and things like our grid. And we can customize these buttons by using this joystick button over here. Now this joystick button, if you push it over to the left, it will bounce through these menus. So 1, 2, and 3. So we can select 1, 2, and 3. If we go to page 1 first and then press in on the button, it gives us a bunch of different options that we can select. So we've got aspect ratio, we've got safe, we have our center, and we have crosshatch and anamorphic. So if we go to the very first selection here, which is aspect, and we click in on the button, it will turn the aspect ratio on. And if we push right on the joystick, we can change the aspect ratio. So maybe you want to shoot with something like a phone aspect ratio, the 9:16. If I go to aspects and then push that in, it will show you what it looks like and actually adjust the grid as well. A lot of people doing vertical content will probably appreciate seeing this on the screen. So the next thing we want to do is scroll down, and we can push right to change the safe and have that on and off. And then if I select on again, it will come off. We have the crosshairs here, and we can change the type of crosshair that we want, whether it's cross or hollow. Very basic, but maybe you want a specific style. And then we can come down and we'll just turn that off. We can come down. Here are the grid lines. You can change it all the way up to 9:9 if you want that many different crosshatch points. But I'm going to stick with my 2x2 standard grid lines. I can turn those off. And also we have an anamorphic option. So if you're shooting with anamorphic lens and you want the anamorphic on, you can go in and you can magnify it, turn it on and off. Now, if we go left and then right again, we can go to the second page and select down, and we can see different scopes. So we have false color, we have our zebra lines, we have a waveform, vector, and histogram. And what we can do is we can go right, we can change the different styles, so false color. And you can really get into the granular of this setup as well. Let's go back, let's go to custom, and yeah, your zebra lines, so you can turn those off and on. You can see where things are peaking in your screen. You can turn that on and off. You can turn your waveform on, so you can see a waveform down here. You can also customize that, so it could be Luma, RGB, Parade, all of that good stuff. Let's just come out. Let's just keep it to Luma for a minute. Vector scopes, you can turn your vectors on. If you want to customize that as well, you can change all of those settings. Let's just keep right. And your histogram as well, top right corner. So all your scopes are there. And what we can also do is we can go left out of this and then right to page 3. Select this, and this is where we can customize these F1, F2, F3, and F4 buttons. So at the moment, focus assist is on F1, and I can change the color of my focus assist and add new tool. I can actually select what I want as my tool. So maybe I want my waveform. So now when I press my buttons, obviously I can just tap these on and off. Also, if you press up on the joystick and down, you can zoom in and out of your image. So you can customize each one of these F buttons. So you get 3 customized pages with these buttons that you can turn on and off for your various different tools. No matter what your project is, you'll have the tools available to you at the touch of a button. On the back, you'll find a V-Lock battery mount, allowing you to use it outside without plugging it in. And also the power consumption for this is rated at about 3 hours for a 110 watt battery pack. It also has a number of different ports, including SDI in and SDI out, HDMI in, a USB-C port for calibration, and at the front you'll also find a headphone jack. It also comes with a cheese plate, and you will notice that there are places where you can add additional mounts, which means that you can connect things like wireless video receivers, helping you to reduce the number of cables that you have on set. Let's talk a little bit more about the actual screen. As mentioned earlier, it's a 15.4 inch screen, which is great for people to gather around and assist with filming. It's HDR, and of course the max brightness of 1500 nits, so it's really quite usable outside in most light conditions. So we're here testing in blazing sunshine with the OC Mega15S production monitor, and I'm here with my very good friend, actor, model, Lewis Findley.
I'm an actor and filmmaker. In my spare time, I also help Kai out with his reviews.
Yeah, an amazing actor, guys. So I'm going to drop Lewis's socials down in the description below. Make sure you go check him out. How do you think this production monitor kind of holds up in this super bright sunlight?
Yeah, so I'm really impressed with its capabilities. Like I said, we are filming. It's really hot out here. The sun is directly above us as well. But the monitor is really bright. The addition of the hood as well makes it a bit more sharp, I would say. I've not really had to squint. And the picture's really clear as well. So I would love to have one of these on my next film set.
So yeah, I agree. Like, the filmmaker community thinks this is a good screen. Well done, OC. Fantastic job. It outputs a really clean, sharp image with vivid colors, and it has a fantastic viewing angle as well. You can also upload your own LUTs via the USB port to assist you with your color grading. So how much will the OC Mega15S field production monitor kit set you back? Well, it's not currently released on the OC website yet, but as an upgrade to the Megamon 15, I'm guessing it's going to be around $800 to $1,000 or around about there. In my opinion, this screen has real potential to significantly enhance your workflow. For individuals who are part of a filmmaking crew or a larger film crew, incorporating this monitor into your arsenal is going to prove quite advantageous, in my opinion. Just the presence of having this monitor on your set is definitely going to be valued by your clients. I also feel like this is a good product for both professionals and amateurs alike. I definitely see this being used more on professional and commercial video sets, but also for smaller projects, indie movies, podcast sessions. It really does cater to a lot of different fields. And of course, the 1500 nits of brightness will make it ideal to use outside as well as indoors. And this again is going to enable your clients, talent, directors, producers, and other crew members to observe precisely what's being captured on camera in real time. You will have to get familiar with the button placements and the menu layout, but it is a simple design, and overall the whole thing is quite robust. You have good connectivity options, and with something like this, you're going to get your project done properly. So what do you guys think of the OC Mega15S field production monitor kit? Is it something that you would use for your projects? Let me know in the comments below. And now that you've watched this video, make sure you check out my review of the OC LCM215 production monitor here, or this video that YouTube thinks you should watch over here. In the meantime, stay creative, imagine, implement, and inspire, and I will catch you in the next one.